The isolate command, whilst not on the drafting settings on the status bar, is still a setting on the screen that you can use to your advantage. What's really nice about isolate is you can isolate existing objects on a drawing to make your life easier to see the objects that you need to see to work on your drawing. So let's have a look at that now. Let's say that that dimension there, the 10607 dimension, needs to be isolated so that I can work on that information there. So I'll click on it, I'll right click, and on the shortcut menu I've got isolate right there. So I can isolate that object or I can hide it. In this case I want to hide it, and that literally hides it on the drawing. It hasn't been deleted, all I've done is hide it. I can just right click anywhere now, go back to isolate, end the object isolation, and it comes back. So I can hide objects, but I can also isolate objects that I want to work on. So I could select this rectangle here. Again, right click, isolate is there. I'll isolate that object this time, and it isolates that one particular object, hiding everything else. It's the reverse of the hide option, if you see what I mean. So it's isolating and hiding everything else. Again, I can just right click, go to isolate, and end the object isolation, and everything comes back. This isolate tool is excellent because what you can do is you can select multiple objects. So if I want to work on that rectangle and that rectangle there, I can right click, isolate, and isolate those two objects. Everything else isn't getting in the way. That's the best thing. I can work on those, change those, edit those, right click again, isolate, and end the object isolation, and they come back. I can also hide multiple objects as well. So if I select the 3 dimensions this time, right click, isolate, and hide the objects, they're gone. And that's the equivalent of isolating anyway, because I can work on the rectangles again. I can then right click, isolate, and end the object isolation. It's a very useful little tool. It's not on the drafting settings on the status bar. It's on the right hand shortcut menu on your mouse. But the nice thing about it is it makes your life easier, makes you more productive, and it will help you in electrical drawings by isolating the objects that you need to work on and hiding the objects that you don't need to see so that there's more clarity in your drawing and it makes life easier for you to work.